In today's video, we're diving into something that could completely change how you connect with women. 3 simple yet powerful phrases that are almost impossible to ignore. These aren't cheesy pickup lines or gimmicks. They're grounded in a thoughtful approach designed to genuinely spark interest, grab attention, and foster real connections that last. If you're ready to stand out in a way that truly matters, you're in the right place. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have tools that can shift your conversations and relationships for the better. Here's why this is important. Let's face it, these days with non-stop messages, social media, and the endless digital noise, it's harder than ever to stand out. Whether you're navigating dating or nurturing a deeper relationship, leaving a meaningful impression is crucial, and that's where the right words come into play. The right thing said at the right time can cut through the chaos and leave a lasting impact. Now, here's how Stoicism fits into all this. One of the core principles of Stoic philosophy is mastering yourself and how you communicate. The Stoics taught us to stay grounded, authentic, and in control of our reactions. Values that are just as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. When it comes to relationships, it's not about trying to impress or manipulate. It's about being true to yourself, present in the moment, and communicating in a way that fosters trust and respect. In this video, we'll explore 3 kinds of messages that are backed by research to naturally spark interest and evoke genuine emotional responses. These aren't tricks to get temporary attention. They're about building connection rooted in authenticity and mutual respect. By the end of our time together, you'll know exactly how to use these phrases to create meaningful and lasting impressions. Imagine this. You're no longer wondering how to stand out or feeling overlooked in conversations. Instead, you're speaking with confidence, guided by principles that not only improve your interactions, but also help you grow as a person. That's the power of Stoic communication. It's not just about words. It's about embodying a mindset of self-awareness and respect for others. Before we jump in, take a quick moment to subscribe if you're ready to transform how you approach relationships using Stoic principles. Each video here is designed to help you develop a stronger mindset and create connections that matter. Ready to unlock the power of Stoic communication and make sure you're never overlooked again? Let's dive in. Section 1. Why messages get ignored. All right, before we dive into the heart of the matter and explore how to craft messages that truly capture a woman's attention, let's take a moment to step back and see why so many messages go unnoticed. If you're genuinely aiming to improve your connection with women, it's essential to understand why certain approaches don't land, even when you feel like you're doing everything right. So, let's break it down. Picture this. A woman's phone buzzes constantly throughout the day. Messages from friends, family, colleagues, social media updates, and countless other notifications. It's like an endless river of information flowing her way. Now, ask yourself, how can your message stand out in that sea of noise? How do you ensure it doesn't just fade into the background, but instead grabs her attention, makes her pause, and sparks her interest? The secret lies in understanding the common mistakes that cause so many messages to be overlooked. When you can sidestep these pitfalls, you'll find yourself ahead of the curve. And trust me, it's simpler than it seems once you know what to look for. Let's unpack this together and discover how to make your words count in a way that truly resonates. Let's start with a big one. It doesn't feel personal. Think about this for a moment. Have you ever received a message that seemed like it could have been sent to 100 other people? Something like, "Hey, how's your day?" But it feels so flat, like they're not genuinely asking about you. Chances are you ignored it, right? Here's the thing. Women, like anyone else, want to feel seen, understood, and valued. It's not just about sending a text. It's about saying, "I notice you. I care about what matters to you." When a message feels generic, it's like saying, "I didn't bother to think about this." It doesn't spark a connection. But when you take the time to personalize it, maybe by mentioning something she's passionate about or bringing up a moment from a past conversation, it's a way of saying, "I'm here, paying attention, and I see you." This is where Stoicism offers a timeless lesson. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic thinkers, often wrote about being fully present and giving your attention to what's in front of you. Applying that here means treating every interaction with care and intention. Don't just toss out a generic message. Pause for a moment, put yourself in her shoes, and craft something thoughtful. It's all about being intentional. When you focus your energy on truly connecting and making her feel valued, you're embodying one of the core principles of Stoicism, living with purpose and meaning in every action. And, in this case, that action could be as simple but powerful as sending a message that genuinely matters. Second, there's no emotional connection. Let's be honest, emotions drive us. If your message doesn't spark something, whether it's excitement, curiosity, or even a small smile, it's likely to be ignored. Emotions are what make us stop, notice, and react. Think about it. Have you ever received a message that made your heart skip a beat or brought a little spark to your day? That's the magic of an emotional hook. It's not just about the words. It's about the feeling they create. When you evoke an emotion, even for a moment, you're no longer just another name in her inbox. You're someone memorable. The Stoics, like Epictetus, taught us the value of managing emotions and being intentional in our actions. This wisdom can guide you here. Creating an emotional connection doesn't mean overdoing it or being overly dramatic. It's about striking the right balance. Your message should resonate with authenticity and thoughtfulness, never forced, but always genuine. So when you craft your next message, take a moment to reflect. How will it make her feel? A touch of curiosity, a hint of warmth, or even a subtle compliment can go a long way. Be mindful, be intentional, and let your words leave an impression worth remembering. 3. Bad timing. Let's talk about timing, because this one can make or break your message. Have you ever sent a text, waited for what felt like ages, and got nothing? You start wondering, did I say something wrong? But here's the thing. It might not be about what you said, but when you said it. Think about it. Everyone has their own schedule, mood swings, and priorities. Maybe she's in the middle of a hectic workday, handling family obligations, or just not in the right headspace. A message, no matter how thoughtful, can easily slip through the cracks if it lands at the wrong moment. Timing matters a lot. This is where Stoicism offers valuable insight. The Stoics emphasized acting at the right time. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Everything happens in its proper time." When reaching out, it's not just about the words. It's about being mindful of when to speak, when to act, and when to hold back. Observe her cues, consider her situation, and choose a moment when she's most likely to be receptive. Patience and awareness are your allies here. Now let's be real, nobody likes boring. If your messages sound like every other one, they'll get lost in the shuffle. Imagine getting a text that's so predictable, so plain, that you don't even feel like responding. Sound familiar? Exactly. People, especially women, are drawn to what's fresh, thoughtful, and a little different. If your words are too routine, you'll fade into the background. But here's the good news. Stoicism can guide you in standing out. The Stoics weren't about blending in. They were about living authentically and with purpose. Take inspiration from that. Don't send the same old, "Hey, how's it going?" Instead, craft something meaningful. Use your creativity to spark curiosity or make her smile. A well-placed compliment, a reference to something unique she mentioned, or even a clever observation can transform a simple message into something she wants to engage with. Here's the truth. Messages get overlooked because they're too generic, lack emotional depth, arrive at the wrong time, or are just plain boring. But don't worry, you're not stuck here. Once you understand these traps, you can avoid them entirely. Now that you know why messages get ignored, it's time to shift gears and focus on the how. How can you craft messages that not only get noticed, but make a real impact? This isn't just about better communication. It's about a stoic approach to relationships. It's about being intentional, thoughtful, and present in how you connect with others. The key is combining these insights with Stoic wisdom. When you do, you're not just improving your texts, you're cultivating a mindset that values connection, respect, and genuine interaction. So stick around, because next we'll explore the art of crafting messages that stand out. Trust me, once you understand the why, the how becomes second nature. Let's dive in and make sure your words leave a lasting impression. Section 2. The mysterious message. All right, let's start with the first type of message that will make you stand out and keep her intrigued. The mystery message. If you've ever tried to capture the attention of a lady you're interested in, you understand how difficult it can be to cut through the clutter. Everyone is busy and distracted, but the mystery message is like a secret weapon. Think about the last time someone told you, "I have something to tell you, but I'll explain later." Isn't it almost frustrating? You want an answer, but they won't give it to you. At the same time, your mind won't stop thinking about it. That is the magic of the mystery message. It draws people in and keeps them focused like nothing else. Why does it work so well? Let us break it down. Here's the thing. Our brains are programmed to seek closure when we don't know something, especially something that feels significant. We can't help but want to find out. This is known as the information. According to gap theory scientists, when there is a knowledge gap between what we know and what we want to know, our brains go into overdrive in order to bridge it. It's like watching a TV show with cliffhangers at the end of each episode. You want to know what happens next, right? And you're willing to do virtually everything to find out. This is the very mentality that makes the mystery message so effective. How does this affect dating and relationships? Let's be honest. While chatting with a lady you like, it's not always enough to say the correct things. It's also important to make her want to know more. If you can arouse her curiosity, you'll have her attention and be halfway there. Have you ever sent a brief, charming text that hinted at something more? A little mystery at the proper time can be really effective. Imagine telling her, I just thought of something that could completely change the way you look at things, but I'm not sure if you're ready for it yet. What will happen next? She is hooked. She has to understand what you're talking about, or should I say there's something I've been meaning to tell you, but I'll wait for the proper time. Now she is wondering what it could be. She begins mentally reliving your talk, attempting to figure out what you know that she doesn't. And guess what? She's now emotionally invested. This isn't just about being mysterious for the sake of it. It's about building emotional tension, which is essential in the world of attraction for getting someone closer to the mystery message. Increases the tension and keeps her wanting more. How can you create the perfect mystery message? It all comes down to striking the right balance. You don't want to reveal too much and ruin the surprise, but you also don't want to keep her fully in the dark. A fantastic mystery message piques her interest without overwhelming her with information. Here are some instances that may perform wonders in the dating world. I just realized something about you that I think you'll find interesting, but I'm not sure if I should disclose it right now. This makes her wonder, what did you realize? And why are you holding back? I've been dying to talk to you about something, but I'm going to wait until the proper time. This leaves her wondering, what is it? When is the proper time? And why wait? I just learnt something about you, but I'm not sure I'm ready to share it yet. Now she wants to know what you found out. Now I know what you're thinking. How can I ensure that this message is delivered correctly? Timing is critical. My pal, a mystery message works best when it appears spontaneous and not forced. It's not about making cryptic statements all the time. It's about creating precisely the appropriate level of curiosity at the right time. For example, perhaps you've been conversing with her for a long time and see the discussion slowing down. You don't want to be too blunt or abrupt, but neither do you want to lose her interest. A carefully placed mystery message can pique her interest and bring her back. If you're first starting out with someone, a little bit of mystery can make her feel like there's more to you than meets the eye. You aren't just another guy with a dull pickup line or an overdone, "Hello, how is your day going?" You have depth and know how to catch her curiosity. The Stoics urge us to focus on what we can control rather than wasting energy on things we can't change. In terms of relationships, this is critical. You can't control how she responds to each message, and you can't make someone interested, but you can manage how you present yourself and interact. Here's where the secret message comes into play. You are not frantic for a response, and you are not sending message after message in the hopes of receiving one. Instead, you demonstrate self-control by creating messages that capture her attention and make her ponder without overcommitting. Stoics define this as exercising self-control and communicating mindfully. You're giving her something to think about while resisting the urge to seek immediate confirmation. The surprise message isn't just about being cryptic for fun. It's a tool for tapping into human psychology and creating emotional tension. Drive curiosity in relationships, especially during dating. If you can pique a woman's curiosity in learning more about you, you're halfway to strengthening the connection. So give it a shot the next time you message someone you like. Don't just send her the same dull text. Instead, pique her interest and see how much more involved she becomes. Remember to maintain the Stoic mindset in mind when controlling your communication, letting go of the outcome and focusing on making a genuine connection. It is time to grasp the art of mystery. Don't be scared to leave a little bit to the imagination. Okay, it's a game changer. Before we continue, if you found this helpful, please click the like button. It allows YouTube to reach more men in need while also keeping the material flowing. It's quick and free, and it makes a significant difference. Thanks. Let us get back to it. Section 3. Compliment message. Okay, let's speak about a great technique you can use to develop meaningful relationships with women. This isn't your typical compliment message. "You look fantastic today," sort of comment. No, we're going deeper into compliments that truly mean, connect, and leave an impression. Consider this. Have you ever received a compliment that impacted you in a unique way, making you feel truly seen? That's what we're striving for. A compliment like that may alter the course of a conversation and keep someone thinking about you long after the conversation has ended. Why do compliments work? Here's the thing. When we give a compliment, it's not simply words floating about. They activate something deep inside your brain that releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. When you offer or receive a compliment, it's like a mini celebration of the moment, increasing enjoyment and making us feel good about ourselves. Here is why compliments, when done correctly, are so effective. They generate good, unforgettable moments. Nevertheless, here is where many men fall short. Compliments should be more than just surface level. A generic "You're gorgeous" may make you smile, but it lacks the lasting power you need. It doesn't stand out. So if you want to truly capture your attention and make an impact, you must step it up with something more profound. The secret to making compliments. Stand out by being specific. Consider something unique that you've noticed about her, not just the obvious, but something that demonstrates you're paying attention. For example, instead of saying "you look great," say, "I love the way you carry yourself with such confidence. It's really magnetic the way you think through challenges. Your perspective is so refreshing. You've got a natural ability to make everyone around you feel comfortable and valued." These praises stick out because they highlight her personality, how she thinks, and how she makes people feel. It's far more effective than simply commenting on her physical looks. When you compliment her in this way, it communicates that you value her for more than just her appearance. Many men make the mistake of trying too hard to be flattering. Flattery is transparent. If your compliment appears phony or exaggerated, she will see right through it. Instead, focus on what you truly admire in her. The more genuine your compliment, the more it will resonate. Consider this. When you pay attention to the details, such as her generosity, humor, or the fact that she is always available when others require assistance, you are not only complimenting her, you are identifying the traits that make her truly distinctive, and those are the comments that stick. Now let's complete the circle with some Stoic wisdom. Stoicism holds that we should seek validation from internal virtues, such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, rather than external ones. So, when you compliment someone, don't just focus on superficial features like attractiveness or looks. Instead, consider her character, behaviors, and the attributes that define her. From a Stoic standpoint, this is fully consistent with the concept of having control over our emotions and actions. When you congratulate someone sincerely, you not only show respect for who they are, but also demonstrate your own self-control and maturity. A Stoic might argue that a guy who can appreciate another person's virtues without seeking validation for himself has tamed his emotions and developed true character. The unexpected praise, time, is everything. Here's the golden nugget. Compliments are most powerful when given unexpectedly. Imagine texting her in the middle of the day to say, "I really admire how you're always so cool-headed. It's something I really admire about you. I have been thinking about how effortlessly you lead your staff. You have an excellent sense of direction and vision." These moments do not have to be spectacular gestures, but they have a lasting influence. It's the unexpected compliments offered at the perfect time that demonstrate you're thinking about her and truly care. The fact that you notice what she does, even if others don't, speaks volumes and makes her feel seen and appreciated. At the end of the day, we all want to be acknowledged and seen. Compliments speak to a basic human desire for validation and connection, and when you give one that is thoughtful, particular, and genuine, you are tapping into something far deeper than surface-level appeal. You're demonstrating that you see her, truly see her, and this makes her feel valuable. So, the next time you chat with a woman you're interested in, attempt to go below the surface and compliment her in a way that portrays who she truly is. Be specific, honest, and, most importantly, authentic. Trust me, you'll leave an impact, and from a Stoic perspective, this is the true way to connect with others, not via hollow words, but through genuine recognition of their character and values. And remember, gentlemen, that when you give a compliment, you're not just making her feel good in the moment. You're also forging a deeper link that goes beyond the surface and lasts long after the conversation has ended. That's the power of a well-timed, thoughtful compliment. Try it and let me know in the comments what the most important praise you've ever received is. I'd love to hear your stories, and don't forget to compliment with sincerity and see how it affects your encounters with ladies you meet. Section 4. The empowering message. All right, let's look at one of the most powerful messages you can give, one that no woman can ignore. We're discussing the empowerment message. Now, I'm not simply saying she's excellent in a general sense. I mean a message that truly resonates with her, one that makes her feel capable, seen, and ready to take on the world. One that taps into her deepest potential and provides her with a confidence boost she may not even be aware she requires. Let me ask you a question. Recall a time when someone gave you a real, uplifting praise or piece of advice, something that made you feel like you could tackle anything. That emotion is what we're chasing. But here's the thing. This type of communication is particularly effective in the dynamics between a guy and a woman. It's more than just flattery. It's about telling her that you regard her as a strong, capable person worthy of greatness. This isn't just about complimenting her appearance. It's about her character, power, and potential. We all have a profound desire to grow, improve, and be our best selves. It's the need for self-actualization. Ed, a psychologist, used the term to express our desire to fulfill our greatest potential. It is a component of being human. Now, what do you believe happens when you recognize a woman's desire? You're giving her something very precious. You're not just bolstering her ego, you're connecting with something much deeper. You are empowering her. These messages do more than just make people feel good. They foster trust. When you show a woman you believe in her, you not only raise her confidence, but also deepen your relationship. You're showing her that you value her drive, potential, and power, in addition to her attractiveness. You're telling her, hey, I believe in you, and I'm here to support you as you grow, which is how you build a genuine connection. So, how do you convey a message like this that actually resonates? Let's break it down into concrete steps so you may speak to her heart and soul. 1. Be encouraging. Begin by acknowledging her qualities. Don't say something generic like, "You're awesome." That's nice, but it misses the mark. Instead, be precise and demonstrate your belief in her abilities to overcome problems. For example, "I know this challenge feels overwhelming right now, but I've seen how you handle difficult situations previously, and I know you've got what it takes to crush this. I can tell you've put in the effort, and believe me, it's already paying off. You have the skills to succeed." These remarks aren't simply meant to make her feel good in the moment. They're also intended to plant a seed of confidence in her capacity to succeed. Every time you empower her, you help her to believe in herself a little bit more. Concentrate on the future. Empowerment isn't simply about now. It's time to showcase her potential and discuss where she could go and what she can accomplish. Even if she's struggling right now, a future-focused compliment not only motivates her, but also allows her to see the long picture. "I can already see how much you've grown, and I'm excited to see where you'll be in a month. You've been making incredible progress. I'm sure you'll be surprised to see how far you've gone in a few weeks." Focusing on her future gives her something to look forward to, assuring her that this is only the beginning of something bigger. 3. Make it personal. Making an empowering message personal is crucial. Anyone can send a generic, "You're a fantastic texter," but a tailored message is what really matters. Discuss her distinctive characteristics or accomplishments. For example, "I greatly admire your dedication to your goals, even when things are rough. Few people have that level of determination. I've always been fascinated by how you manage hardship with such elegance. You're clearly destined for greatness." The more personal and explicit your message is, the more she will believe you truly perceive her. You are not just saying stuff to encourage her to like you. You are recognizing her hard work, strength, and promise. Let us now return to Stoic philosophy, as the Stoics were well versed in powerful teachings. They felt that true power stems from inside belief and virtue, rather than outward confirmation. A Stoic might say that a person's worth is determined not by how others perceive them, but by how they see themselves and their ability to endure, grow, and act with purpose. When you send an empowerment letter, you are essentially acknowledging and encouraging her intrinsic strength and potential, just as the Stoics would. You're acknowledging her ability to accept obstacles, overcome hardship, and live with purpose. You're not just helping her, but also demonstrating that you grasp the underlying principles of self-mastery and resilience. This is where things get even more complicated. A man who sends these signals embodies Stoic principles himself. He isn't looking for immediate fulfillment or affirmation. Instead, he wants to create something long-lasting and important. He's helping her recognize her worth while also bolstering his own inner power. So, why is this crucial in the relationship between men and women? Here's the truth. Women enjoy feeling empowered. They want to believe they are capable of accomplishing great things. They prefer a companion who believes in them and recognizes their potential. But it's more than just flattery. When you actually empower a woman and demonstrate that you recognize her strength, your bond grows stronger. You're demonstrating to her that you view her as more than simply a pretty face. You're demonstrating that you see her as a person with distinct traits, goals, and capabilities, and that this is the type of connection that goes beyond surface-level attraction and into something genuine. The next time you speak with a woman, consider how you may empower her. Maybe she's in a difficult scenario, or she's simply striving to achieve a new goal. Whatever it is, take a moment to remind her of how incredible she is and what she is capable of, and show her that you believe it. Believe me, she will remember how you made her feel, and you will stand out as someone who actually sees her for who she is. So there you have it. 3 types of messages can totally affect the way you connect with women, whether it's the intrigue of a mystery message, the sincerity of a praise message, or the confidence-boosting force of an empowerment message. These methods not only capture your attention, but they also deepen your connection in meaningful ways. By adopting these Stoic concepts into your conversations, you are not only communicating, you are also creating a friendship based on authenticity, respect, and understanding. If you found this video helpful, please like it and subscribe to the channel for more ideas on mastering communication and attraction. Don't forget to switch on notifications so you never miss a video. Let us continue to grow together, and I will see you in the next one.